Solar leads are great, but you see, closing deals are way better, all right? But the first thing you need to figure out as a solar consultant, as a solar company owner, is how to get as much leads as possible, because if you have enough leads coming in, your biggest problem is solved, all right? So let me give you guys a quick scenario real quick. Let's assume you have a funnel, right? You have a funnel. At the top of the funnel, which is the most important part, what you need are leads. If you have enough leads coming through the funnel, it doesn't matter where you get the leads from. You can get them from door knocking if you are able to sustain, knocking doors and getting leads. But I'm definitely sure you can't knock enough doors to fill out this funnel that you're gonna create for yourself and your sales team, right? So figure out how you're gonna get more leads coming in. If you have more leads coming in, the next thing you're gonna need is a system. All right. If you have your system dialed in, you're gonna get sales, right? It doesn't even matter if you know how to sell or not. Once you have enough leads coming in, you have the right system dialed in, you're gonna sell, you're gonna make sales, right? Because you have enough volume of leads coming in. More leads, better system is gonna give you more sales, all right? So what you're gonna need in the systems part, actually a couple different things, right? Here we have leads nurture. So that's like, what do you do with the leads when they come in, right? If a new lead comes in, what do you do with the leads, right? This includes following up with the leads as soon as they come in, getting in touch with the leads. If you book appointments, you want to send reminders. That's what the system is all about, right? A system that does all the work for you. So whenever you get a new lead, it goes to the system. The system takes care of, the follow-up, the lead nurture, booking appointments, following up with the leads and all that fun stuff. Because if you don't have that figured out, let's assume you don't have a system, but you have leads coming in. It's gonna be difficult for you to get sales, right? Because leads are gonna come in and they're just gonna disappear, like Houdini, right? You need to figure out how you're gonna get leads, how you're gonna build a system that is gonna nurture your leads, and that's the way you get sales, right? If you don't do it this way, I can almost guarantee you that you are going to struggle, because you can keep bringing in leads, but they don't convert. You can keep bringing in leads, but the leads are garbage. But if you have the right system, it's gonna filter out your leads, right? It's gonna filter out your leads. You're not gonna get garbage leads, because that's something that happens a lot, especially when you're running ads. It's very easy to just start bringing in leads that don't qualify, right? And that's because you don't have a good system. If you have a system that is going to qualify the leads, filter out these leads, you can only get homeowner leads. That's some type of ads that when we run them, we only get homeowner leads, right? These are something you can do with your funnels, especially when you're running ads directly on Facebook. You can set it up in a way where you only get homeowners leads, right? So some of the criteria that we focus on whenever we're trying to generate leads, they have to be homeowners, right? They have to be homeowners, and they have to have a single family home, right? They need to own a single family home. Mobile trailers, condos, we don't regard that as leads. So we just tell Facebook, hey, we want to spend money on ads, and we only want to get people that own their home, and they don't just own any random home. They own a single family home. All right. So single family home and homeowners are like the main thing that we focus on whenever we're generating leads. So we have a system that filter all of this for us. We don't just go into a market and run ads. We go into a market, we publish an ad, and our ads generate homeowners and single family homes. Then from there, we have, maybe appointment setters or AI agents that call the leads to further qualify them. That's when we ask them about, their credit score, what their credit score is. And, we just further qualify the leads to make sure they are a good fit, right? Once they qualify, they get booked as an appointment, right? So all of these are being handled. All of these are being handled by the system. The only job of the top of the funnel is to bring in leads. You have leads coming in, you have a system that does the heavy lifting for you, right? And the best thing you want to do is to find a way to automate the system. If you want to do this manually, if you want to nurture the leads, filter the leads, follow up with the leads manually, you're going to go insane. Regardless of how small you want to get started, you want to automate this process as fast as possible. Maybe not automate all of them, but you want to automate maybe following up with the leads as soon as they come in, especially when you're running ads. If a new lead comes in, how do you follow up with the leads? Do you send them a text? Do you send them an email? Do you give them a call? You can automate all of that with AI. You can set up agents that call your leads, so you don't necessarily have to, call the leads. It could literally be in bed by 10 a.m. and you have leads coming in and they are being followed up with if you have the right system. So the only way you can get more leads, the only way you can convert leads to sales is to build system for yourself. Without a good system, the body's fucked up. Without a good system, you're gonna struggle. All right, you're gonna keep bringing in leads. Maybe you're running ads. You're gonna have a lot of leads coming in, but you don't convert the leads, right? So you're gonna end up even losing a lot of money. Good lead source, a good system is gonna give you more sales. That's it. If you have any questions, drop it down for me.